Hi, this is Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And for today, my project is a Father's Day card. I used a Good Man stamp set and Tasteful Touches stamp set and the Lovely Label Pick-a-Punch. Still don't know the name of that one. Okay, and I do a little bit of coloring. Okay. I already filled in the skin, the shirt, and the pants because I don't have those colors yet and I had to use my old markers, but I will get them eventually. Right now I just have this little bit. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to do his hair and we're going to use the, not pumpkin pie. Oh, I have these two. The crumb cake. But I'm going to put a tiny bit of Daffodil Delight light in there first because his hair is kind of, my husband's hair is, well, it used to be, it's kind of gray now, but it used to be a blondish brown. Oops, wrong side. There we go. Okay. And now my daughter's hair is blonde. And I'm just going to put some of the darker blonde in there. The darker Daffodil Delight, and then I'll put I'll just blend it up with the light Daffodil Delight over it and mixing it up in there. Okay. Now for his pants, I'm also going to use some crumb cake. I'm going to start with the dark. And I'm going to fill in his pockets. Well, he doesn't really have a pocket on that side. And just go where any of the accents are, I'll make it a little bit dark on the inner leg. Okay, and then I'll come with the light crumb cake. And just kind of blend all those together. Okay. Okay, now his shirt I made Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to start with the dark. And right around the folds where I'm going to put the most of the Mossy Meadow. Maybe just on the edges. Wherever you think there might be some shadow. Ooh, I always forget his arm here. I've done this a couple times. Okay, and then I'm going to take the light Mossy Meadow and just kind of drag it around and blend out some of the dark. Now back to crumb cake. I would like it if I had a darker, but when I get it darker, if you have a darker Stampin' blends, I would use either a black here or a much darker. This is the dark. I'm only going to use the dark on his shoes. Okay. And now I'm going to use the the light mossy meadow for the grass under his feet. And I'm just gonna kind of scribble, make it look like some grass. Okay. And ta-da! Now I forgot to tell you, I stamped the image on a piece of Whisper White that was 3 7/8 by 2 1/8. Okay, and then we're going to mat it onto a piece of Mossy Meadow that is 4 by 2 1/4. And I need my seal. I don't know if I have to move this up. Okay, maybe if I go like that and just pull it over, maybe I won't have to restart it. Let's see. But we'll only know when I pick it up for the second thing. Okay. I'm just going to put this, I only made a little tiny, about 1/8 of an inch border on these. Or a 1/16 of an inch border. Okay, and now we have a card base, which is half of an 8.5 by 11 sheet, folded in half. And our first mat on the card is, all right, I think it's normal. Yes, 4 by 5 1/4 of Mossy Meadow. Yeah, no, I gotta do it again. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe, I bet you it rolls back, the little roller thing. It might roll back when you're not using it. Okay, and then I'm using some of the Subtles 6x6 DSP paper in the green. Probably, I think this is Pear Pizzazz. Oh, it worked this time. You get much more on a roll. It's just, do this one? I did that one. I'm getting used to it. It's different than the snail. It is much quieter though, you don't have that, but I wonder if I kind of liked it, the sound the snail made. I don't know. Okay, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on this. Some people didn't like the noise it made, I guess, if you're doing it late at night. But when I was a kid, things my mom would do after I went to bed were kind of comforting. So, all right, so I'm going to place it towards the left, but in the middle, up from the top and the bottom. Okay, and now for the layer, for the sentiment tag, I used a piece of 1 1/4 by 2 1/4, and I stamped I Grew Up Loved from the A Good Man stamp set. And what I'm going to do, I told you this is 2 1/4 long by 1 1/4 wide, which is bigger than our lovely label Pick a Punch, but I center it right in there. So I used the flat top edge, and we want this on the bottom. With the sentiment here, we want it on the bottom. And we're just going to stick it down, if you can see, down like this, because it's not going to fit in the groove. So I just go down like this and push it until I get it in there. And then I just kind of make sure it's in the middle. Okay, I think I got it. Alrighty. Let's see if I can get it out now. There we go. And it always has this little tiny piece right there. I just take my scissors and I just snip it off straight. Okay? That way I can fit this sentiment. If I did it at the 1 inch, the sentiment wouldn't fit in there. Okay, and now I got the stamp from the Tasteful Touches. It is, I'm not sure what this is. It's just kind of flourishy kind of work, ironwork looking, like a gate, like the top of gates maybe. And I'm going to use some crumb cake ink. Oh, I forgot to do it on this. I wonder if I could do it. Let's take a piece of paper. I'm going to try. I put it on. I forgot to do this before I mounted it and put it on. We're going to use a straight edge from this stamp, one of the straight sections of it, and put it on the corners. Let's see if I can get it on there good. Yeah. Like it's a little picture frame corner. So let me see. I did this card yesterday and I forgot. There we go. Do this before you mount it on your card though. And on your, mount it on your mat if you can remember. Not like me. Okay. All right. And it gives it nice little corner edges. So, corner edges. So it looks kind of like it has little photo corners that you put in a photo with. And then I'm just going to take the label and I'm just going to do the whole thing. And if you overlap them, it's okay. It looks very cool. Sorry, I missed a little piece down here. Just gives it a little bit of texture. Okay, I took a piece of linen thread and my detail trio punch, and I'm going to put a hole right in the middle. So I'm going to use this end of the detailed trio punch, and I'm just kind of, there's a little line right here, and I'm going to try to line it up right in the middle, and it's flat in here. So you can push it straight against. All right, I think I'm reasonably in the middle. There you go. You have a little tag hole for yourself. All right, and then I'm going to put my thread through it, and I'm just going to tie it on there and tie a little bow. Okay, and I'll just cut it down a little bit so it doesn't take over the whole thing. There we go. Alrighty, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on one side and a little glue on the other side. So this is going to be right here. So we need dimensionals on this side. And a little bit of glue on the other side. Just a little. You don't have to put a lot. It just keeps it down. I'm going to put it kind of towards the top. A little bit down. Okay, and there you go. Father's Day card using a Good Man stamp set. And as you see, these I went a little farther up because I did them before I put them on. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do videos Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you can buy these supplies with me at the address on the top of the screen. I also have a Facebook group, which is in the Pink Designs by Catherine. You can just look up that name and it should come up. It should say Stampin' Up Group. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye.